Hello everybody, welcome back to the KPLS show. I'm Kung Fu Panda, and you always know we got Land Shark right over here. How you doing, Land Shark?
Hey, what's up, y'all? How y'all doing?
This is going to be a very different episode. This is going to be more of our thoughts and our mindsets and our statement on things that happened extremely close to home to us. Really, not to give too much information away, but I don't care to give away my location. That was extremely close to where I live. My family's
It was, yeah.
But there was yesterday on September 7th, there was a shooting on 75. It happened around 7 o'clock, and I'm sure y'all have seen it on the news. It's crazy. When is the last time we've seen something like that in the state of Kentucky, especially that close to home?
And as of right now, there's been no motive put out, and as of right now, as we do this video, he's still at large. They've shut down all the schools, from Knox County to
all Laurels,
all the Laurel County schools, and Corbin schools are shut down. So doing the due diligence to try to keep the kids safe.
Yes, this is something completely out of the norm to me in southeastern Kentucky. You don't see something like this. It wasn't a case of road rage or anything. This was a calculated man, a calculated plan. Getting an ex-military,
so he's
elevated position, overlooking the highway and just firing a bunch of shots off
with a weapon that can get it done. And we'll get more into it. Well, you will get more into it because
there's been a lot of misinformation out there. A lot of people saying
from what we found, from what you've done, he I gathered probably shouldn't have owned the firearm, but we'll get into that.
Yeah, we'll get into that. But I did my due diligence. I did a lot of research into this and try to find what was credible sources, and I wanted to listen to what the Sheriff Department, KSP's officially statements were, and going through, because I know there's been a lot of stuff on Facebook, seeing a lot of big things out there. Heck, I've seen one just recently that's just talking about that there was a big whole group of them, and that's shotting on it.
When we were sitting here last night, me and the wife and the boy had a bonfire last night, and we were just hanging out and heard about it while we were sitting under the stars last night. I was like, well, that kind of dampens the night there. But luckily, well, not luckily, but I always go out in my yard, especially if I'm gonna be out after dark. I got a handgun and my long gun on me.
Exactly.
But you talk about, this is the KPLS show. Why are you all talking about something like this? Well, everybody knows the original format. We jump back and forth. We like to be versatile. The original format was preparedness, survival. And it falls right in line with training, survival, situational awareness. So in today's world, it seems like it's a necessity.
Just to stay prepared, stay armed. Enough to protect yourself, train with it so you're able to protect
don't just go out and buy the gun, go work with the gun, obtain the weapon legally. Big pro amendment. Big pro Second Amendment, I'm sorry. In my household, obviously, we do a podcast that relates to guns. But we are also about the rules, man. Do it right. And like you said, you'll get into it.
I'll get into it in a minute.
Just not the type of show we like to talk about, but it is in the wheelhouse. Now we will, after we spew over this for a second and give our thoughts and our good vibes and our prayers as we do this, go out to everybody that was involved. As of right now, no one's lost their life. So it looks like you failed, buddy. There you go, there. But he did succeed in changing people's lives yesterday. He did succeed in, altering how people are going to live, think, be.
He succeeded at creating a mass panic in this community.
And the community.
When have we seen it like this? We've dealt with big time snowstorms, flooding in this area. And we've been, as a community, we tough up to the challenge. This thing's scary. It terrifies
we were actually supposed to meet with somebody, and I'll talk about this later on. We're supposed to meet with a gentleman today that does a podcast that we're going to be teaming up and doing the podcast with, or maybe doing the hunt with for the Arctic Trail Chaos, which now, off topic just a little bit, I got a sneak peek of the new upgrades.
It's going to look good.
I'm excited. So we're going to try to get through this sad issue, man, and we're gonna give, like I said, our thoughts and our prayers. They're gonna go out to everybody that was involved. With that, spit some facts.
I'll go ahead and go through this. This is all confirmed reports from KSP and Rockcastle and Laurel County Sheriff Department. Just to rehash for everybody, if you don't know what's going on, approximately 7 o'clock on September 7th, 7 o'clock at night. There was a shooting about 8 miles north of London on exit 49. A guy who is the current, right now, as of today, he's now the leading suspect in this. He wasn't a person of interest. He was a person of interest last night, but now he's a leading subject. Now, But last subject is a male age 32 named Joe Couch of Woodbine, Kentucky, who, on the day of the shooting, that morning, purchased an AR-15 and 2,000 rounds of ammunition. And I'll go into that in a point.
Well, we won't say where it come from.
Yeah, because I'm not 100%.
We're not 100% sure, so we're not going to give no businesses. But
let me hit on this. Let me get some background on this man. This guy in February of this year.
These are public records.
Yeah, in February of this year, was already charged and he was out on bond for third-degree terroristic threatening. Already had and that was a charge of threatening his family, threatening to kill his family. Previous years of that and DUI. So I got a question for this. Is my thing of the government, because I question my government. How the hell did BIPS not flag him for all this stuff, especially being straight out on bond with all these felony charges on him?
Yeah, and it's just it gives responsible, fun-loving gun owners, because the gun community in a whole are great guys and girls. They're great men and women. They really are in a whole. You get these incidents that pop up like this and other incidents that's been in the news, and I'm sure this probably will make big-time headline news, that pop up that give guys that do it responsibly and girls that do it responsibly a bad name.
Yeah, but not to get too much on that. I mean, I don't think he went through the proper channels of that, and that's another my one point.
Either that or there's something
going on there. That just doesn't make sense to me. But during the shooting, 9 cars were hit with getting shot from an elevated position up on Daniel Boone National Forest land. The worst part of it all is 5 people were hit and severely injured, but as of today, we've got KSP has stated that they are now stable in the hospital. 1 Kentuckian did get hit and got injured, and 4 out-of-state people got shot.
And that gives Kentucky a bad name right there. It does. As a damn Kentuckian, you already struggle with all the stereotypes, barefoot cousin kissers that can't read with no teeth. I've never kissed a cousin. I do like to walk outside barefooted though. And I've got all my teeth other than a few, and they were knocked out, not lost due to rotten.
But I know I haven't seen the blue people around here in a while too. It's like I'm saying. I remember the first time I moved down here, just not to go off a tangent. I moved down here, and then I went back home, and they asked me, have I seen the blue people down here or not yet? I was like, come on, guys. I mean, like, legitimately. Is that KSP and a bunch of other federal organizations that come down here that did their due diligence work for their search.
Read the list of organizations that was listed. This
wasn't just local police force, police departments or anything dealing with this. This is a big coalition of the state of Kentucky, which is why I love the state of Kentucky. We all band together. When it's tragedy, we band together. It hits the fan, we do, man. So I'm gonna go ahead and quickly read off this list for y'all. But this is all the agencies that are active and currently active right now, and were active last night during the shooting. London City Police, Kentucky State Police, Corbin City Police, Williamsburg City Police, Richmond City Police, federal organizations, FBI, U.S. Marshal Service, ATF, Lexington Metro Police, Rockcastle Sheriff Department, and of course Mount Vernon Police Department. And then of course you got East Bernstein Fire and Rescue, London Fire and Rescue, Fire Departments, Laurel County, the Alcohol Beverage and Control Agency actually was there. I don't know about that. But okay. Bluegrass. Here's one that threw me for Bluegrass Army Depot came up and helped, and going under that. They're currently today, and as of last night, in some part of the day, they have helos and drones circling with the thermal imaging camera scanning this 50-mile radius between London and Corbin.
With somebody that's been through something like this, there was a search for a person that went missing and was murdered in my family. That's kind of what brought me to the prepping and survival lifestyle. Man, it does warm your heart when you see everybody come to the aid. So God bless, Godspeed, good luck, be safe. to all those men and women that are involved in this, whether it's an organization with 3 letters or whether it's just somebody that's helping out. God bless y'all. Good luck, man. Godspeed.
And then, of course, as the time we're filming this, he is still at large and still hasn't been found. I mean, that's the southeastern Kentucky. It's a tough place if you want to try to stay hidden.
It really is a bad terrain. And then, people, a lot of people don't know that, the original Rambo, the book, was written about southeastern Kentucky because of the terrain being so rugged and so bad. So, and that's one thing that I guess he's the sheriff of London, kept getting on Facebook or whatever and saying that the terrain is causing the drone a little bit of trouble, that they were going to go to a dark, block off some areas. They pinged his phone, I think.
Yeah, they did.
But then they have found one.
They have found the AR.
They found an AR, but they still said, I think the for sure has a sidearm. So yes, I'm sure he dropped the AR to be suspicious.
They haven't yet confirmed if it was the AR used in the shooting, but they're doing
just a random AR laying out the side of the road.
But until we know an official ballistic reports of that being the gun, until that's coming out there, it's still safe to assume it is the gun.
Right.
It's just a crazy situation, and this is a man who's, with his backstory, he's U.S. Army, he has some kind of training. It's probably one of the worst. It's something, like you said from the book, it's a Rambo situation. Mental illness is crazy, is bad.
And look, obviously it's 2 different situations.
Yes.
There was no cops pushing this guy. He was just sitting one day and decided he wasn't happy and decided to take it out on some folks, is what it looks like as of now. Who knows the whole story? Either way, he's altered and changed some lives. And hold on a second, we're right at 14:27 on this. I don't want to give this guy no more than 15 minutes of my damn time talking about it.
He's going to get what's coming to him.
Yeah, but hey, y'all be ready, man. If this was so many years ago, they'd already had a posse up in the woods with every gun you could imagine of rednecks just burning the hillside down to get to this guy. But it's a new day, new age. Stay safe out there. Train. Do something to protect. If you're not Second Amendment, get a knife, or at least work on situational awareness. Go out, learn jiu-jitsu, judo.
Get some basic combat training, hand-to-hand combat, learn something to protect yourself.
It's a dangerous world out there, and we just I love my family, and me and my wife talk about it all the time. I love my son, but sometimes we often ask each other, what kind of world are we leaving into? Hopefully I can teach them how to be a better person than most of the people in it.
I know, it's like me and Stabs have said the same thing. It's like we want to teach our boy that it's growing up. It's a nice world. He can be happy and everything, but it's really not what the case is. You go around the corner with somebody.
Not all the time.
You can't trust everybody you meet.
All life is suffering. Is a quote I heard in a book the other day. All life is suffering, whether it's good or bad. You have to suffer through to get to it. So, unfortunately, right now it's too prevalent. You know what I'm saying? And it's out there. But hey, like I said, man, I'm not going to give this guy no more time. But God bless everybody that's doing the right thing in this situation. God bless the people. Quick recovery, speedy recovery to all the people that were affected, the victims in this, and hopefully y'all can bounce back and live some sort of normal life. And God bless the men and women and first responders that are involved.
I completely agree.
Okay.
Speaking of first responder stuff, we got a movie on the back talking about.
We figured we was going to be watching a story about a manhunt, so we turned on Netflix's Highwayman with Mr. Kevin Costner
and Woody Harrelson
and the great Woody Harrelson. I listen to Kevin Costner's great too, but
that's funny. Talking about your posse, this is a movie about taking 2 old Texas Rangers and getting them back in to hunt down a guy, build their own posse and hunt down Bonnie and Clyde.
Well, they were marshaled pretty much and can travel over county lines or state lines back then. So now I don't know if you can do that right now, but I know that was a hard thing. But we figured we'd put that on to kind of try to keep an easy move. Like I said, we were supposed to meet with this gentleman today. This is kind of an impromptu deal right here with everything going on. I said, hey, we could do we can do a quick show about it and kind of give everybody a rundown of what's coming up.
Since we weren't able to do our little meeting today, let's just go ahead and give a sneak peek to the folks about what future plan for possibly the next episode, depending on how weather goes with that.
Okay, so as I said this week, I got a sneak peek at the new upgrades to the Haunted Trail of Chaos, and let me tell you, it's a lot longer. These people, I say these people, but the owner, he was taking me through it, pointing out I done this, I done that. The work that he's done himself,
it's crazy.
Holy hell, man! This guy put his heart, his soul. He comes in after work, and he stays out there, they say, and works off running lights, genies. He puts the effort into it, man, and you really enjoy it. And he's got so many different scenes this year that he even took one out of his that scares him.
Really?
And he was like, I don't know if this scares you, but I was scared of this as a kid, and I don't want to say what it is.
Okay.
But he's like, this is mine. I was like, wow, it's different, but it's in it. It was really cool. Neat. But there was those some great scenes coming in, and I'm excited. Yep. So they're open tonight. It's supposed to be September, Friday the 13th. Now, they're giving some rain that weekend.
Yep.
So the KPLS boys can't really get the cameras out in the bad weather. You know, if we was camping, it's different because you can retreat to the tent. Or we both got a 2-person tent, so we could squeeze at least me, him, and Battle Bear in there if we have to. And this is, like I said, this is impromptu, so Battle Bear has some family stuff that we let him, well, we're not let him, but he wouldn't know. We didn't bug him to come. So, but anyway, if it rains, we won't be able to do it, I don't think.
As long as it's not a downpour, I think I can mitigate some of the damage to the camera. But it's just
and this is just kind of their kind of impromptu open, I guess. He said it's not gonna be at 100.
Yeah, but, he told me this in the phone call we were discussing about it. You know, this is such bigger it is. It's like I have some concerns. Are they gonna have enough people to keep it going? Is the flow gonna keep going?
Yeah, as long as they can keep the actors in there. Oh man, and he's got a lot of new people that have joined in this year. Go over to Facebook to the Haunted Trail of Chaos Facebook page and get on there. They do some great advertising on there. They tell about their haunt. They tell you about their schedule, and you know that way you can stay on top of it because spooky season's right around the corner, ladies and gentlemen. We haven't forgot that. We got that coming up. We got a few other things coming up. We got an actual hike that we're going to do, that we're going to show you all hopefully the next coming weeks that we've planned. And it's actually it's got to happen. It's not I'm running a little late, so we're going to do a quick deer scout. That way if I do decide to go, this will be the first year that I need to do it. I usually hunt my private land. I don't have a license, so I hunt my private property.
Easy there. Game board's about to show up now.
Run from green jeans. But I've not killed in the last couple of years, so I've not had any luck, so it's not like they can get me for anything. But this year I'm wanting to do it right. So I'm going to be doing it right. So we got that coming up. Then just doing the spooky, man. Spooky. I'm actually going to take a week off in October this year, probably the last week of October, so I can enjoy the spooky season full throttle. And I think once it gets closer, we're going to hit it hard, right, Bubba?
Oh, big time.
We're going to hit it hard.
Big time.
Got some movies coming out. Speaking of which,
go ahead and bring it up. To all you Crow fans out there,
all the people that commented. The other gentleman that commented, listen, man, the movie was horrible. I'm a huge fan of the comics. It wasn't just the movie. The movie did take me to the comics, but an older gentleman, actually one of my buddy's older brothers, introduced me to the James O'Barr comics. This did not stay to any of the original material. It's a 2 out of 5. We'll do a spoiler. And I was watching it, right? And I've got a really cool site that I watch stuff on. It was great. It wasn't all chopped up. I actually got to watch the movie, and be by myself and try to enjoy it. At first, I was like, I know what you're doing.
Yep.
I know what you're doing, and I get it. Okay, you're your own movie. And then the damn bottle fell out. They sucked. It sucked so bad. He was the Crow for.
I've heard that like
20 minutes of an hour and 45-minute movie. Yep. And I get you they built the characters up, and like when
and it's like what I said earlier when we did our review of the trailer. I'm scared this is just going to turn into another origin movie.
And then it was way into that. Like, I get it. You got to tell quick. Do like the first one. The first one was bam, 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 bam. This is what happened. Okay, let's get into the movie. Yep. It built their love up and all that. I did like the addition of more, and spoilers, so we'll have to tag spoilers.
Yeah,
spoilers in this. I did like the addition of more entities in it. There's more supernatural beings in it, which was kind of cool. And then there's about 5 to 8 minutes worth of action that's kind of dope. He can't fight for shit. But there's about 5 or 8 minutes of action that's really, really cool. And it pisses me off, the face paint. It is what it is, but he's got the damn crow face tattooed on his hands in the movie. And there's a lot of they did their due diligence to try to pay some homage to the movie. Yeah. When he first comes out, like walking out after he was killed, it starts raining. Okay. The world of purgatory you get to see. Okay.
Well, here's my question: do we get the '90s montage of music going on?
They hum while he's getting his. And there's some music here and there, but no, it's not like the cool type. I got you. While he's doing the whole transformation, that badass scene from the movie, what really, for me, you've got Burned by the Cure playing in the background. Yeah. Don't look, the shadow free. While he's painting his face, and the Crow showing him like, hey, here's where your rock and roll stuff is, kind of transferring into that Crow figure. Yeah. They was humming. It was humming Lauryn Hill's "Ready or Not" from when she was with the Fugees. Okay. But that was kind of cool, but it was just and it might not even be it, but I was like, really, that's Lauryn Hill. So, yeah. But that's what it sounded like to me. That was kind of the coolest music part of it. Just the way it ended. I've been on a lot of Crow fan forums, and people are jumping off the ledge over this one. Yeah. So,
well, I'm very glad I waited till you watched it. Because I was planning on going to watch it in theaters. I'm glad I didn't waste the money.
And God bless, I got to watch it for free. Yeah. I've been upset. So, but I don't know. 2 out of 5. two birds out of 5. I go quickly used to. We got to get back into that.
And it's like what I said, in our previous episode of that. It's do I want it to do good? Yes, because I think it's about time we get it back. Yeah. But what are a lot of these remakes they're not doing the justice, and they're going to redo a whole. They're going to try to make it its own movie, but retelling the story that we've all seen 100 times. And it's just going to extend it out and not get what we want. And that's what you
I 2 actually new movies. I don't know if we've talked about it yet. Did we get to talk about any Deadpool? Was it worth?
I don't remember if we did. I really don't remember if we did, but spectacular.
8.5 out of 10.
Oh, I give that a 9.
Yeah.
No, as a comic book fanboy. I give you everything you wanted.
9 out of 10. Yeah,
oh,
you're right.
God, that was amazing.
And then I watched the new Bad Boys movie, and it was probably a 7.5 out of 10.
I haven't watched that
just
yet.
Because it was different. They went back to being kind of funny about it, and they're older, so the way they were making things play into it was actually kind of neat and kind of cool. So
see, I'm not a big fan. I like
the part 1. I was one of my buddies from school, my running mate.
I
from
love
school,
Bad
man.
Boys. Don't get me wrong. I just feel like it's a movie trope. It's you just got to end. Sometimes you got to end a series. And sometimes you don't. If you're gonna do a remake, if you gotta do a remake, you do it right. Yeah. Sometimes there's a series you gotta end it.
Yeah, and I believe this one is probably gonna be the last one, because from what I've heard, I think Martin Lawrence is sick or something like that. Yeah. And I might be wrong, but it was at least a 7 out of 10 for me. It was not a horrible movie. Yep. Had some good action in it. Like I said, the comedy wasn't too overplayed in it, so it kind of hit right
Speaking of which, Ryan Reynolds and rumor is Ryan Reynolds and Wesley Snipes are going to give Wesley Snipes' Blade an actual retirement film.
And I've heard that, and I've also heard that Gambit is being
he's getting his
brung back up from the burial grounds of Marvel. And with that being said, right around the corner we got Daredevil.
Yep.
It's going to once again the great John Bernthal being the Punisher. Brutal. I've heard that it's the most brutal show that Disney can actually put out. So the Punisher fan got that Punisher tattoo on me. I'm excited, man. John Bernthal's a great Punisher. So hopefully this is the last one of these we got to do. But we want to get together and do a video. Our next one is definitely going to be about the spooky, especially if we don't get to go. Hopefully we get to go do the haunt. But if the weather is happening or whatever, we don't get to do the haunt. The next one is definitely going to be about some spooky.
Yeah, we'll definitely do that, baby.
All right.
So if that's it, I mean, if you got anything else to bring up,
I don't. Once again, Godspeed to everybody that's involved in it.
Pray for recovery of the 5 people that got injured. Yeah. And I'm glad you're stable, and hope to God our KSP hurries up and find our state police and
or whoever's involved.
Hurries up and find Joe Kraft.
They can only do what they can do, but hopefully with any luck everything happens kind of quickly. But hey, man, with that being said, I got it in twice, baby girl. Yeah. I love you. We're gonna be signing off tonight. Yeah. As always, this is your man Landshark saying it's better to have it, not need it, and need it, not have it, especially with days like yesterday. Make sure you grab it.
Yeah, and I agree with that. And I'm Kung Fu Panda. Always remember, folks, you ain't got time to bleed, so keep on moving.
Rock and roll, don't stop. Appreciate y'all. Love y'all. Appreciate you.